Okay, hello and good morning, Menifee. Oh, no, y'all want to come up here and do some push-ups or something? Hello, Menifee. All right. That's what I'm talking about. All righty. Well, folks, my name is Artie Allen. I'm a resident of Menifee. I'm a Master Gunnery Sergeant retired, U.S. Marine Corps. 31 years served, and also a proud 3-war combat veteran of Operation Desert Shield, Desert Storm, Operation Iraqi Freedom, and Operation Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan. I am happy and so pleased and honored that the city allowed me to be your MC today, and we're going to get along on this journey and have a great time honoring our Veterans Day and celebrating that in our wonderful city here. But I'd be remiss if I, all sounds good. Hey, 31 years, 3 wars, and so on and so forth. All the service that all of my fellow veterans have done for the country, for their communities. Our success comes from our families. So I want to give a shout out to all those family members, spouses, kids that are also on that incredible journey through our military careers and service. Give it up for them. And while I have the mic and I can stay off of the couch, I want to introduce my wife, 38 years, Sabrina Allen. Yep. We talk about sacrifices. She has been on that journey the entire way, through all those wars, through all the trials and tribulations. So thank you again for all of you spouses and family members helping us be and become who we are as veterans today. We want to thank everyone today for coming out to our annual Veterans Day ceremony. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge a few elected officials, dignitaries, and city executives in attendance today. We have Congresswoman Young Kim. Thank you, ma'am. We have Councilmember Dan Temple. We have Mayor Pro Tem and Acting Mayor Bob Corwin. We have Councilmember Dean Dines. We have City Manager Armando Villa. And we have Deputy City Manager Rebecca Kramer. Thank you all. This event is hosted in partnership of the City of Menifee's Veteran and Military Families Advisory Committee, the VFW Post 1956 Menifee, and MSJC's Veterans Club. We additionally want to thank our sponsors, Miller Jones Menifee Memorial Park, Mill Vet, and Shuttles for Soldiers. Veterans Day was originally called Armistice Day to commemorate the end of World War I. Then in 1954, the name of the holiday was changed from Armistice Day to Veterans Day to honor all those who have served in the U.S. Armed Forces. Veterans Day reminds us of us to pause and honor those who have worn the nation's uniform, those whose courage, love of country, and dedication to service has helped protect our freedoms we all cherish. Now we'd like to have a word of inspiration. Please help me welcome Chaplain Clifford Mansker to offer a word of inspiration.
Thank you very much for inviting me and for the city of Menifee that put on such a wonderful occasion to honor the veterans. Because there has been a time when veterans was not honored in this way. And they have put on that uniform, put their lives on that line for this great nation, to protect it, to be that example for all the world to follow. And those that have worn that uniform have ensured that and continue to ensure that. And I just want to say to all of the patriots that are here today, and you are patriots, to give honor to those who have served. Some have given the ultimate sacrifice. Some still carry the wounds of war, both physically and mental. The ones that you can see and the ones you cannot see. And those are sacrifices. Sacrifices. And this is a godly thing, whether you know it or not. In the book of Numbers, God Almighty commissioned that there be an army. The only difference is the age. And that difference is you had to be 21 years of age. And you could not be faint of heart. And so that's what it takes to put on this uniform. That's what it takes. Only 1% of the population will serve in the military. And so they need to be honored. They need to be honored. And so with that, I would like to say a prayer for our veterans. Please bow your heads. Heavenly Father, Almighty God in heaven, we thank you so much for this privilege to come before your throne to thank you. To thank you for this great nation, to thank you for those men and women that have served in the military. And we also want to thank all of those that supports us, because it could not be done unless we had backing, both our wives and our friends, our neighbors, this country at large. And so we want to thank the city of Menifee for hosting this wonderful occasion, and blessings to all the hands that had a part in putting this wonderful celebration together. We thank you for being our God. We thank you that you continue to protect this country, continue to bless it above all others. And so we just give you the praise and we give you the honor. And we ask that you continue that spirit that's in our hearts, that we could keep going, keep protecting this nation, and keep being an example to the world. And so we just give you the praise now. In Jesus' righteous and most holy name, amen.
At this time, please welcome Scouting America Troop 374 for the presentation of colors, along with Audrey Wilson singing the national anthem. We welcome all service members past and present to salute the flag, and other patrons to place your right hand over your heart.
Color guard, attention. Audience, attention. Color guard, forward march. Color guard, halt. Color guard, cross colors. Color guard, post colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, or what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last beaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red still there. Oh, sing does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please remain standing as we conduct the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Now I'd like to introduce and bring up our Mayor Pro Tem, Bob Carwin, and he will introduce subsequently all the other council members for some remarks. Mayor Pro Tem.
Good morning, everyone. Hello, Menifee. It's one of my favorite days of the year. You know, before we go any further, I just want to say we had talked about some of the elected officials who were here. We also have Andrew here from Assemblywoman Natasha Johnson's office. And so thank you very much for being here for that. You may have heard it's getting pretty busy in Washington, D.C. today. And things are getting pretty crazy and chaotic out there. But to show how much Menifee is paid attention to on the federal stage, we have a special guest with us today that I want to introduce. Please help me welcome Congresswoman Young Kim.
Good morning, Menifee. Good morning. I am honored to represent California's 40th Congressional District in the House of Representatives. And I wanted to come and show my respect to all the veterans and those who are serving and families whose loved ones are deployed overseas. But we are here to extend that special appreciation. If it weren't for the veterans and those who are serving, and we talk about today's Veterans Day, so we want to honor those of you who are here. But I also want to share a very quick story about how I am an immigrant from South Korea. I see sitting right in front of me a veteran from the Korean War. So, sir, thank you so much for the sacrifice you've done serving in a country at the time in 1950 when the war broke out. And when you were called to serve, you probably thought to yourself, where is Korea? It was a little tiny dot on the world map, and you didn't know anyone in Korea. So you went there answering the call of duty to help a country that you didn't know, to protect people that you never met. To all the veterans here, thank you so much. It's because of the sacrifices that our veterans have made, especially fighting for my own homeland many years ago. I've been here for 50 years. And to this day, I never forget why I'm here living in the land of the free, because of the sacrifices that everybody has made. My family came here, my sister, brother-in-law, my husband, and his brother. Combinedly, we have 66 years of service to this country, serving in the United States Army. So, thank you. So, as you're a member of Congress, when I say Taking care of our veterans is our number one priority, and it's my top priority. Trust me when I say it. It's personal to me too. So today and always, I'll be with you. Thank you so very much for being here. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Congresswoman, and thank you for everything that you're about to do for us in D.C. She's leaving on a red eye tonight to head back there, so the work continues. You know, we're told that Americans today are more divided than ever, but I don't believe it. When you talk to people, when you really talk to people one-on-one, you find out that we have so many common values. We all want peace. We want security, right? And we want our families to live a life without fear. And that's why this day is so important. We get to honor and express our gratitude to the people who make that lifestyle possible, our United States military veterans. You know, Menifee is a military town. We really are. And there's no better example of that than the fact that our elected mayor, Ricky Estrada, answered the call to active duty. And he's there right now. Thank you. I want to take a moment to acknowledge Mayor Estrada's wife, Naomi, who joined us today. Naomi, could you please stand and just let us acknowledge you? Everyone knows the sacrifices that our military members make, but Menifee recognizes the other sacrifices that military families make. That's why we formed the Veterans and Military Families Advisory Committee, for just that purpose. So, Naomi, thank you for joining us today and allowing us to stay connected to Mayor Estrada during his time of service. Thank you very much for that. I'm optimistic for America. I look forward to the day when we set aside all of the rhetoric and really take stock in all of the things that we have in common and how united we actually are. I believe in this nation, and the foundation for that belief are the people sitting under this tent right now. The people who gave and the people who continue to give are United States military veterans. So on behalf of the city of Menifee, thank you for your service. And now I'd like to introduce District 3 Council Member Dan Temple.
Thank you. Today on Veterans Day, I stand before you filled with gratitude and respect for the men and women who have worn our nation's uniform. Each of you made a choice to serve, to leave behind the comfort of home and step into the unknown so that others could have peace and freedom. The freedoms that we enjoy every day in this community, the ability to gather, to speak our minds, to pursue our dreams, exists because of your courage and your sacrifice. Those freedoms given to us by God have been guaranteed by you. To every veteran here and to the families who supported you, thank you. You have earned and carried the weight of service and strength with grace, and our nation is better because of you. As a community, we honor you, not just with words, but with our gratitude and respect, and a promise to never forget what you have given. It is truly humbling to stand among you today and to say from our heart, thank you for your service and protecting the freedoms that define us all. Thank you so much again for your sacrifice, for your service, and for putting on the uniform of our country. Thank you. And from District 4, Dean Dinas, a veteran of the Army.
Well, it's a privilege to be here today to give what I was told a brief remark But I'll warn you, anything that Paul Chesson says is a brief remark is less than an hour. But don't worry, we'll be short here. Before I start, I want to say to our Vietnam veterans, welcome home, and thank you for your service. It's long overdue. It's an honor to be here today to recognize our veterans for their service. Your service and sacrifices have ensured our continuing freedoms. You have sacrificed your youth, your family time, and even your health to protect our country. And for that, we are extremely grateful. So for all your sacrifices and your service, thank you for your service. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for those wonderful remarks. We'll now speak about the City of Menifee proudly honors active duty and veteran military service members through our military banner program. Each year, banners are installed along Newport Road, Menifee Road, and in the area of Sun City for Veterans Day and Memorial Day. These banners exhibit portraits of the service member or veteran, along with their name and affiliation to the United States Armed Forces. Each honoree's banner is displayed for 2 years, and they receive a complimentary commemorative banner. Please visit the city booth right over here if you want more information or to get an application. This past Memorial Day, the city installed 26 new banners in honor of our heroes. For this Veterans Day, we're proud to recognize an additional 70 honorees. All right, so it's getting full out there. I have to open up some more of the roads and avenues around here. Yeah. And by the way, so 3rd District of Riverside County has the highest concentration of veterans in Riverside County. So that's us. We're within that. And then within the 3rd District, Menifee has over 8,000 veterans in active duty here. Today, we pay tribute to each of them. Their names are proudly displayed at the city's booth as a lasting reminder of their service, sacrifice, and dedication to our nation. Okay, at this time, we would like to take a moment to recognize the veterans who are here with us today. Veterans, please stand or raise your hand so that we may acknowledge you. Please join me in giving them a warm round of applause and gratitude for their courage, sacrifice, and service. All right. Get all of them out there. Good. Now we're in for a treat for our keynote speaker, Gerald Saunders. He's a decorated, highly respected Sergeant Major, having served 3 decades in the U.S. Marine Corps, proven leadership in high-stake environments. Throughout his 30-year military career, Gerald led Marines across every element of the Marine Air-Ground Task Force, culminating in his role as a senior enlisted advisor for Marine Corps Installations Command. You're not familiar with that? That's a big deal. That covers a lot of responsibility over the National Capital Region, which includes Virginia, D.C., and Maryland. All right. Senior enlisted leadership spanned major commands, including the largest battalion in the Marine Corps, as well as multiple global deployments in Operations Desert Shield, Desert Storm, Iraqi Freedom, and Operation Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan. After retiring from active duty, Gerald's unwavering commitment to the service led him to continue his mission by leading national outreach efforts as the Senior Vice President of Field Operations for the Navy League of the United States. In this role, he empowered local councils and volunteers to support America's sea services through education, advocacy, and community engagement. Today, Gerald serves as a dedicated champion in the Military Veterans Program at the Christopher and Diana Reeves Foundation, where he tirelessly advocates for the needs of veterans living with paralysis and mobility challenges. He also contributes his expertise as a member of the Riverside County Veterans Advisory Committee, helping shape policy and support systems for transitioning service members. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a true warrior, fellow veteran, fellow Marine Corps serving active duty, and my friend, Gerald Saunders. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we're good. All right. Good morning. No. I'm a Marine Corps Sergeant Major, and guess what? I'm in charge of the push-up, so we're going to try that again. Good morning. Good morning. All right. I first want to recognize our young men and women who brought in our colors. I'm telling you right now, they don't know the responsibility that they have carrying our colors in a ceremony like that. So I would just please ask everyone to give them a warm round of applause, please. You know, those colors are raised every day around the globe on a ship, out in our embassies, and those are our service members that are doing that. So to see young people carrying our colors into something like that is truly special. So thank you for that. And then again, to our dignitaries, thank you for being here. I truly appreciate it. Honoring and recognizing our veterans is what we need to do, not just today, but every day. So I'm going to go into my little speech here. I got something to read, but I'm going to veer off every now and then because a lot of what I want to say has already been covered by these ladies and gentlemen up here. So today we pause, not just to mark a date, but to honor a legacy. Veterans Day is a moment to reflect, to remember, and to feel deeply the weight of the sacrifices made by those who have worn the uniform of our nation. Veteran sacrifices are woven into the fabric of our nation. Every freedom we enjoy, the right to speak freely, to worship, to vote, and to pursue our dreams, has been safeguarded by their service. And while we can never fully understand the depth of what they've given, we can honor it by living our lives worthy of their sacrifice. I'm going to get to that towards the end. To my fellow veterans, we're rolling deep today. I love to see that. Thank you for being here. You're more than soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines. You are sons and daughters, mothers and fathers, neighbors, friends. You left behind everything familiar, your homes, your families, your routines, to step into the unknown. You face fear with courage, hardship, and resilience that inspire us all, and duty with unwavering honor. So from me to you, thank you. Truly appreciate it. I want to take you on a quick historical journey, starting in World War II. Our nation's history is written in the valor of our veterans. On D-Day, June 6, 1944, American soldiers stormed the beaches of Normandy, facing relentless fire to liberate a continent from tyranny. An amphibious landing on the black sands of Iwo Jima, hoorah, where Marines raised our flag as a beacon of hope in the darkest days of World War II. In the frozen mountains of Korea, it was 32 below. At the Chosin Reservoir, our troops endured brutal cold and overwhelming odds, fighting their way out with courage that still inspires us today. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a true warrior with us today who fought in both of those wars, World War II and the Korean War. Mr. Bill Gonzalez, please stand up and give this man a hand, please. Thank you, sir. During the Vietnam War in Hue City, Marines fought house to house in one of the most intense urban battles of that era, proving their resolve in the face of adversity. Speaking of Vietnam, there was a young soldier right outside of Hue City in an artillery unit supporting the Marines there. Sometime in July, he got a call that he had a son that was just being born. That man, Gerald Saunders Sr., Army veteran, and that kid standing right here in 1968 was born. He's no longer with us, but I know he was proud of his service, and we had deep discussions about what he did while he was in the Army. My Vietnam veterans, I want to say thank you, because I know when Desert Storm, Desert Shield hit, and everything after that, 9/11, our Vietnam veterans said, we're not going to treat our troops when they come home the way we were treated. And it hasn't been the same since. So our Vietnam veterans, we owe them a lot. I know the veterans that came after, we owe them because they said not on their watch. Our service members, when they come home, they're going to be treated with dignity and respect. So Vietnam veterans, thank you for your service, and thank you for continuing to serve. Let's talk about Persian Gulf. Our forces answered the call. Operation Desert Storm, Desert Shield, demonstrating speed, precision, and strength. Then 9/11 came. Many battles. Battle of Fallujah, twice, where modern warriors face insurgents in brutal close quarters, proving that courage is timeless. And to the fields of Marja. I had an artillery unit right outside of Marja supporting those Marines and soldiers, fighting to bring back stability to Afghanistan, carrying forward the legacy of those who came before them. These battles span generations, continents, and eras, but they share one truth. American service members never quit. They never surrender. They fight not for glory, but for each other, for their families, and for the ideas that define our nation. Their unity and brotherhood makes us all a part of a larger community, a community bound by shared values and a commitment to service. You know, I already know it's been talked about our families, but I just want to touch on it real quick, please. Let's consider those family members of our veterans who have made sacrifices as well. Yes, they have sacrificed. Their sacrifices are equally significant and deserve our understanding and empathy. When a service member answers the call of duty, their family answers too. They endure long separations, missed birthdays, and holidays spent with an empty chair at the table. Think about that. They shoulder the weight of uncertainty, never knowing what tomorrow may bring. And when our veterans return home, families often become caregivers, advocates, and pillars of support during the transition back to civilian life. These sacrifices are not measured in medals or parades. They're measured in sleepless nights, in prayers whispered for safety, and in the resilience shown every single day. Families serve in their own way, quietly, steadfastly, and with unwavering love. Their strength and love are truly admirable, and we owe them a debt of gratitude. Families, spouses, thank you for your support. Truly appreciate it. Thank you. Let's not forget those spouses who held down the fort, the children who grew up too soon, and the parents who watched their sons, daughters march off to war. Their courage is woven into the fabric of our nation just as surely as the service men and women who wore that uniform. To every veteran and family member who has borne the weight of service, we honor you and we thank you. And we pledge never to forget the sacrifices you have made for all of us. Your sacrifices are not in vain, and we are deeply grateful for your service. So today I ask you, more than just say thank you. Don't just say thank you. I want to see some action. I invite you to live that gratitude, not just today, but every day. Ongoing support is crucial for our veterans and their families. Let's make sure it's a part of our daily lives. You know, it was already touched on, some of our service members come back with wounds that you can't see. They need our support. With the growth of this area, there's more coming. I know we mentioned 8,000. There's going to be more coming. I guarantee you that. Because there's veterans all over the place. Since I have the microphone and I'm a sergeant major and I'm in charge, I have a task for you. Don't forget about our veterans. We have some great resource booths around here. We got some great veteran organizations. Get out there and volunteer. Get out there and donate some of your time. Get out there and donate a little bit of your money to help our veterans because they're doing some great work out there. Those of you that own businesses, hire a veteran. Hire a veteran family member. You know, I always say this about veterans, especially Marines. You hire them, you know they're going to come to work, right? They're going to do what they're told. They've been told that. I've been told to do what I'm told for 30 years. You tell me to do something, I'm going to go do it. We can't go wrong with a veteran. Trust me. Listen to their stories. Listen to them. It's history. We can't forget the stories. Because I'm telling you right now, we never thought Desert Storm, Desert Shield would happen after Vietnam. We never thought 9/11 would happen. Please support mental health initiatives and services that help veterans heal. Talked about those wounds you can't see. And last but not least, let's teach the generation about the cost of freedom and those who paid it. It's important that we teach our youth. You know, I'm standing here with my grandkids in the audience. I appreciate everyone here who fought for this country to make our lives better for our youth, for our future, because that's what you're doing it for. So in closing, I just tasked you with a lot there. Get out there and do it. Get out there and support. It shouldn't just be about today. It shouldn't just be about those special days. It should be every day. We should not just thank a veteran, but we've got to show some action. Let's support them and then let's listen to them and remember them. So veterans, past, present, and future, because there's some future Marines in here, hoorah. No, there's some future service members in here. Let me just say it like that. We salute you. We honor you, and we thank you. May we never forget your sacrifice, and may we always cherish your service. Thank you. Thank you so much.
In Korea? I'm sorry.
I did mention Korea.
No.
Hey, sir, I did mention Korea. I'm sorry. I mentioned World War II and Korea together. Frozen Chosen Reservoir. I agree, sir. I agree. Thank you for your service. Truly appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Man, true warrior there. Let's see. And now, let's see where we are on time. We have a flyover coming. I'm really enjoy that. Brought some triggers out with me on your speech there because I can remember being deployed. All my combat deployments was over Thanksgiving and Christmas. So The military has this strange scheduling thing going on. Imagine arriving in Afghanistan on Christmas Eve. Of all the days in the year, but it's got to be Christmas Eve, right? So we're going to move on to our essay contest winners, and I'd like to bring up the VFW Community Affairs Chair, Janet Ringelman. She is the IS-1, that's Intelligence Specialist First Class, U.S. Navy, retired, to present the 2025 Voice of Democracy and Patriots Pen Essay Contest winners.
All right, good morning, Menifee, veterans, families, and friends. As veterans, we know the meaning of service, sacrifice, and believing in something greater than ourselves. Today, as we honor all who served, we also recognize the next generation who carries that spirit forward. Each year, the VFW's Voice of Democracy challenges students to reflect on what America means to them. This year, our post is proud to present 3 outstanding nominees, young leaders who spoke with courage, pride, and a deep sense of patriotism. To our nominees, thank you for your voices, your conviction, and your commitment to the ideals that define our nation. You remind us that the values we defended continue to live on, a true testament to the promise and future of our great country. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in honoring our Voice of Democracy nominees.
Thank you. Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name's Madeline, and I'd like to thank the veterans of Foreign Towards Post 1956 for this incredible opportunity to share my Voice of Democracy essay with you today, and for giving students like me the chance to express what freedom and democracy means to our generation. Most importantly, thank you to the men and women standing here today, our veterans, who have served and sacrificed so that we could live freely and safely. Your courage, dedication, and love for our country will make Americans strong. Now, what does patriotism mean to me? Patriotism means showing love and support and knowing the sacrifices the United States soldiers made for us. I'm proud to be a daughter of an Army soldier who has served for 20 years and still going, and a stepdaughter of a proud veteran. Their commitment and pride in America inspires me to do the same. I'm part of ASB at my high school, which allows me to show my school spirit and come up with creative ideas to bring my community together. I also demonstrate my patriotism by being the best student I can be. By maintaining a 4.0 GPA year-round and serving as freshman class president of ASB, all while helping my peers with a big smile on my face. I show my appreciation by being a good citizen and participating in my local 4th of July parade, demonstrating that I'm proud and fortunate to be an American. I also show my pride and for American soldiers for what they do for this country. I stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance and say it proudly, knowing that the stripes represent courage and unity, and that makes our country amazing. Every single Wreath Across America event, I put on my scout uniform and put Christmas wreaths on American soldiers' graves and say how I'm so blessed and how much they mean to America. Furthermore, I donate to the less fortunate, serve service hours, and help people all around me to show the appeal of patriotism. Ultimately, I'm proud to be able to create the American dream and be able to have the freedom that many other countries don't have. I'm super proud to be an American. Also, to every veteran here, your service inspires me and so many others to live with gratitude, courage, and purpose. On behalf of my generation, thank you for showing what it truly means to be brave. Thank you and happy Veterans Day.
Wow.
Thank you for having me here today. My name is McKenna Jordan, and I'm going to share my essay about patriotism. When it comes to patriotism, I recognize it's more than saying the Pledge of Allegiance, singing the national anthem, learning our nation's history, or voting. To me, it's a story that takes place among civil-minded individuals who spread honor, pride, and commitment to making our country stronger. No matter how many obstacles we face, the least we can do is show respect and support to those who made it possible for our freedom. I believe true patriotism is displayed through service to others, leadership, and action. I'm emphasizing serving to others because this is the most important to me by far. Having the ability to use what was gifted to you and passing on to those who might not see what's missing in their lives. That's what the flag waves in the wind for, love and diversity, even if it's as small as donating money to troops or a hug that drives someone's motivation into discipline. The flag is a reflection of we the people. For example, every day through my involvement in NJRTC, community programs, and my plans, I try to live by those values and do my part to support our nation as long as I've been alive. I joined Girl Scouts in 2016 at age 6, became the executive officer for the Paloma Valley High School's NJRTC in April of 2025, became the Biosustainability Secretary for Paloma Valley High School, and volunteer in various community services such as the 100 Mile Club, Reef Across America, Animal Shelters, Ronald McDonald House, Menifee Better Together, Dell Pubs, Leadership Academy, and Recycle programs, and more. As a member of NJRTC, I've learned that patriotism is also striving to be the best version of yourself. And being in NJRTC for 4 years opened my eyes to the importance of teamwork, leadership, and integrity. All qualities of American soil has been grown upon. Through my color guards like Oasis, 5K runs for vets, ceremonies, and hybrid events, I've had the privilege to tribute my honest efforts for the military and the community past or present. These experiences inspired me to continue serving my country and community. Meanwhile, but deeper than that, to make my mom proud. She was my first leader, my best friend, and everything I could ever need. She has been my only parent for as long as I can remember, and recently my brother graduated high school in 2024 and hasn't found out what he wanted to do with his life. But I want to be different. I want to see my mom didn't fail as a mother, but only gave me a purpose to do what's best for those who are in our shoes. That isn't fortunate, but understand that anything worth having is worth fighting for. My country has given me those opportunities, and I'm willing to keep trying for it. Beyond NJRTC, I'm involved in Biosustainability Club, Girl Scout Troop 873, and community service projects. While there's cleaning up local parks, helping organize and can food drives, or working with younger scouts, I believe that supporting my country is one of the strongest ways to support my community. Giving back to the communities are united and cared for, or our nation becomes stronger. Through the 100 Mile Club, I've exercised my consistency and precision, but most importantly, get to uplift elementary school students while running with them. For example, the 100 Mile Club has themes for each month's run, and on September 22nd, 2025, it was called the Glow Run, because it was almost Halloween. However, one student I was high-fiving shared with me this: I like being able to be outside and not on my phone. I feel free while running. This proves that instilling hope into our community, especially the youth, can be bigger and create bigger accomplishments, just like the process we make as our community when we're all contributing to something. Furthermore, my sense of patriotism also shapes my future goals. In the fall of 2026, I will be enlisted in the United States Navy, keeping my word of action and leadership, being that 12.5% of people who want more and like to give back to their future families and better their lives, carrying the legacy of our community along with me. The Navy is more than a career. It is a lifelong commitment to serve, defend, and give back to the community who has given me a place of peace. Leading ahead, I plan to volunteer at wellness centers for teens who want to help others who are struggling with mental health, anxiety, and personal struggles. I know that supporting the next generation is another form of patriotism. When we show empathy towards each other, we create a stronger, more resilient nation as it is. I want to be a mentor to remind those who are going through hardships, blessings do exist, and we will have the power to make a difference by every choice. Patriotism isn't just an act, it is a lifestyle. By completing my final year in NJRTC and Girl Scouts and preparing to leave for the United States Navy and on my way to graduation, I strive to be the leading example, to serve with a purpose, and to protect the values and goals I have worked so hard to achieve. I stand here today because failure is no longer an option. It's no longer an option. It's about being honest with myself, focusing on positive and creating positive results. I do this not only for me, but for the generations to come, hoping to inspire and pave the way for a brighter future for my country and my community. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sophia Brown, and I'm a senior at Paloma Valley High School's NJRTC. I'm also the proud company commanding officer for the NJRTC unit at Paloma Valley. And I would like to start by saying what an honor and a privilege it is to be standing here today. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. That's something my naval science instructor uses a lot. It has become one of the most important lessons I've learned throughout my 4 years in NJRTC. It's a reminder that being patriotic is not about waving a flag and singing the national anthem. It's about your perspective. It's about seeing our country, all of its challenges and hardships, and choosing to love it despite it all and trying to make it better. My dad is an active duty surface warfare officer in the United States Navy. For as long as I can remember, I've watched him do deployments, late nights, and he's missed more holidays than I can count. But I've also seen the pride he has knowing he serves something greater than himself. When I was growing up, I didn't really understand what that meant. I just knew my dad was doing something important. But as I've grown up and I've taken my own responsibilities in NJROTC and other life events, I've started to see his duty from a new perspective. It's not just about defending our country. It's about employing the values of honor, courage, and commitment every single day. Even when no one is watching, especially when no one is watching. That's where my own journey into patriotism began. In NJROTC, we're taught leadership, accountability, and service to others. As the commanding officer of my unit, I've learned that the size of the gesture doesn't demonstrate patriotism. It's found in everyday and consistent decisions to serve others, to lead with integrity, and to support the people around you. Whether it's helping a new cadet marching in step, attending community service events, or commanding a unit, every small action is a part of something bigger than myself. It's my way of showing patriotism for my nation and honoring the men and women who have sacrificed everything for it. When my dad goes on deployments, my whole family must do more at home. We keep it moving, we keep each other up, and we patiently wait for his return. It's another kind of patriotism that's too often ignored. The long, quiet, patient waits the active duty member families have to go through. It's the kind not talked about nearly enough, but it keeps this nation moving just as much as the uniforms do. Supporting the active duty members by keeping the home strong is an important show of patriotism that is too often overlooked. In today's world, it's easy to get discouraged. People disagree about what America should be, and sometimes it feels like we're more divided than united. But that is why my instructor's phrase is so significant to me. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. If we only see our country for its flaws, that is all we will see. But when we see it as something that can be improved, something that can become better, then patriotism is a spark of hope to become better. For me, patriotism also means to speak up for what I believe in. It's how I carry myself in and out of the ROTC uniform, how I treat others with respect, and how I stand when things get tough. It's in doing what I can to make a difference within my school, my community, and eventually my country. This is why I wish one day to follow my father's example by serving in some way that protects others. Maybe not in military service, but in some other way. For me, showing love for one's country is making it safer and stronger. Every generation has its own way of expressing patriotism. For my generation, it's not about saving tradition. It's about creating the future. It's about learning, leading, listening, and giving back. When I catch a look at the flag every morning, I don't see red, white, and blue. I see the sacrifices behind the colors. I see my dad overseas, my fellow cadets marching tall, and my own responsibility to serve. I see a country that is far from perfect, but worth every piece of effort that I can give. And I remember what my instructor told me. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. That's how I show my patriotism. By changing the way I think about my country, not about something that is worth quitting on, but something that I am a part of. Something that I can make stronger. One act of service, one moment of leadership at a time. Thank you.
Wow, that was extraordinary. Those weren't just words. They weren't just an essay. They presented those essays to us with conviction, so you can tell it's ingrained in them. We have just witnessed a small sample of our future community leaders, leaders of the military, leaders in every industry you can name, but most importantly, leaders of our community. So let's give it up for them again. That was extraordinary. Thank you so much for that. All right, we're now to the part where we're going to do our Armed Forces medley. I want to bring back up Audrey Warson to the stage. And this time, would like to honor our service members with the Armed Forces Medley. All service members, past and present, please stand if you're able to when you hear your branch's song. Audrey?
Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sky. Here they come, zooming to meet our thunder. Atta boys, give 'em the gun. Down we dive, spreading our flame from under. Off with one very loud roar. We live in fame, go down in flame. Hey, nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force. First to fight for our right and to build our nation's might, and the Army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won, and the Army goes rolling along. Then there's hi, hi, hey, the Army's on its way. Count all your cannons out and strong. To for well we'll go, you will always know that the Army goes rolling along. Anchors away, my boys, anchors away. Farewell to college joys, we celebrate of day, 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 through our last night on shores. Anchors away, until we'd meet once more. She's wishing you a happy voyage home. We're always ready for the call. We place our trust in thee. Through surf and storm and howling, and how shall our purpose be? Sanford Rapids is our guide, our fame, our glory too. To fight, to save, or fight and die. I, Coast Guard, we are for you. We're the mighty watchful eye, guarding as beyond the blue, the invisible front line, war fighters brave and true, boldly reaching into space. There's no limit to our sky, standing guard both night and day. We're the Space Force far and high. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marine. Hoorah!
Thank you so much. Get back on there. There. Yeah. Go like this. All right. I don't want to break anything here. I don't want to be paying for it. That's right. The city of Menifee is tough. I don't want to be paying for nothing. They already honored me with a banner and all that. It might take my banner down if I break this one. All righty. So our next portion of the event, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to forego the POW MIA table because we have, in 5 minutes, we have the honor flight coming aboard. And what we hate to do is have everybody vacate the... You do it real fast? Okay. All right. It needs to be fast. It's 11:07. All right. So if we can have, let me get to that part here. Were we having Joshua Boggs? Yeah, sir, if you can grace us with that. But keep in mind, we'd like to be out of
I'll keep it fast. All right. Good morning. For those who have served, well, it's explanation of the POW MIA table. Those who have served Those who have served and those currently serving the United States Armed Forces and are ever mindful that the sweetness of enduring peace has always been tainted by the bitterness of personal sacrifice. We are compelled to never forget that while we enjoy our daily pleasures, there are others who have endured and may still be enduring agonies of pain, deprivation, and internment. Today, we call your attention to the small table, which occupies a place of dignity and honor near the head of the table. It is set for one, symbolizing the fact that members of our Corps are missing from our ranks. They are referred to as prisoners of war, and missing in action, we call them comrades. They are unable to be with their loved ones and families today, so I ask that we join together to pay our humble tribute to them and bear witness to their continued absence. This table, set for one, is a small symbolizing the frailty of one prisoner alone against his or her suppressors. The tablecloth is white, symbolic of purity of their intentions to respond to their nation's call to bear arms. The single rose in the vase signifies the blood that may have shed in sacrifice to ensure the freedom of our beloved United States of America. The rose also reminds us of the family and friends of our missing comrades who keep the faith while awaiting their return. The yellow ribbon on the vase represents the yellow ribbons worn on the lapels of thousands who demand that with unyielding determination a proper accounting of our comrades who are not among us today. A slice of lemon on the plate reminds us of the bitter fate. The salt sprinkled on the plate reminds us of the countless fallen tears families as they wait. The glass inverted, they cannot toast with us today. The chair is empty, they are not here. The candle is reminiscent of the light of hope which lives in our hearts to illuminate their way home, away from their captors to the open arms of our grateful nation. Let us pray to the Supreme Commander that all of our comrades will soon be back within our ranks. Let us remember their sacrifices. May God forever watch over them and their families. At this time, we ask for a moment of silence in honor for the brave veterans who are still held prisoners of war and remain missing in action. May their courage and sacrifice never be forgotten. Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. We're right on it. Okay. The event is over. Get out of the tent so that you can see the. No. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out for this year's 2025 Veterans Day ceremony. If you can very safely transition outside of the tent so that we can enjoy the flyover. The name. Where is the name? Okay. Here we go. Look at that. They'll be. Test. Yep. Just remain in place. They'll be coming back through. Okay.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, from the ocean wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, from the ocean wide with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
All right. Thank you so much. Great job. All right. Thank you so much, Audrey. Let's give Audrey a hand, another hand. Woohoo! Thank you, everybody. Have a very wonderful Veterans Day. Take care of yourselves and be safe. One last announcement. Everybody, just know that there are refreshments. If you're looking at me, I'm pointing